So I was talking to a buddy of mine on Facebook. It got me thinking. I was like, yeah, I suck. I need to go
And
live.
it's time.
But I fucking suck at this shit. So I felt bad. I was like, I'm gonna go live today. Cause he told me, he was like, man, he was like, man, like when you don't go live, he was like, shit be fucked up. He was like, I can't find that type of. This literally told me, he said when you don't, he said when you don't go live, I can't find nobody else to talk the way you talk. He said something to that effect, and I was like, that can't be true. Cause I refuse personally to believe that like I'm the only person in anybody's feed that talks the way I talk and get the information. I was like, that's bullshit. But cause like I personally believe anybody could do what I do. I put like especially if you follow my channel, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to somebody long enough, you know, you imitate them long enough, technically you should be able to like anybody could do what I do. That's why I was like, there's no way in hell that I'm the only person that you get this information from. But that's what he told me. So I was like, all right, fucking, I'm gonna go live. And two, like, you know, I'm kind of hard on my subscribers. You know, I'm kind of hard on y'all. I am. Cause like, I don't know, man. It's just me. Like, maybe I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. I just kind of expect more out of y'all. But mind you, I don't expect shit at this point. But like, you know, like if we ever talk, we have face to face. You know what I'm saying? Or we ever actually converse. You know what I'm saying? You tell me about your chart and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be ruthless. I'm gonna be, you know, like I've talked to a couple of people. You know, mind you, I've talked to a lot of people that like, you know, who met me from the channel. You know, just hit me up. Like I don't really do that type of shit. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't. Like, but recently, motherfuckers be hitting me up a little bit more often. So like. And like I've been having to check myself. I was like, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? I was like, why would you say that, nigga? Like, you know, like, but I'm like, maybe I'm too honest. I'm like, you know, but I be thinking this is what the fuck people expect from me. You know what I'm saying? And then like people don't call me back or like people don't hit me back and shit. I'd be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have said that shit like that. Like, but then I be, you know, people like, man, be honest with me, be brutally honest with me. Then I be brutally honest, and then motherfuckers be like shit. I'd be like, well, man, well maybe you don't want to get brutally honest from me. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you want to get brutally honest from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because like I would hate to be the only person in your life that talks this way and is brutally honest with you because that's like a deadly ass combination. Because you're gonna definitely know some shit you don't want to know about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like somebody like me, like maybe I be like, I take it for granted that you want to know this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I start talking about some like people be expecting one thing, and they be like, man, tell me, you know, tell me what the shit I need to work on. And they be expecting me to say one thing, and I'll say some whole other shit. And then like one would be like, well, damn, like that ain't necessarily what I was expecting. But I'm like, well, shit, like according to what the fuck I'm reading, this is the kind of shit you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't, you know, a lot of times I had to check myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be like, you know, I know how I sound, but like I don't know how I sound to y'all. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So like I'd be like, is that what the fuck I should have said? This is why I don't make content. Cause it'd be hard. It'd be fucked up. Cause like you want to tell somebody the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? And then just as soon as you tell them the truth, you like it shit backfire and shit. Like somehow somebody shit backfire on you. You'd be like I shouldn't even say that shit, Joe. Like that's why I make content on it. Like I hate to have a channel full of motherfuckers who fucking hate everybody in their fucking family. Like who can't get along, motherfucking and shit like that. Like I don't want to be that reference for people. Like motherfuckers go on their goddamn, but it be the fucking truth. That's what be fucked up. Like, but like, you know, you go look at my videos. Like I did why I hate Libras and shit just recently. Like that shit got like fucking 1,400 views already. Like some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Have all the views. I do the show about nothing. Like these type of videos. Fucking like 200 views. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? I get on here start cussing motherfuckers out. Fuck Cancer. Fuck Libra. Fuck Pisces. Fuck. Motherfuckers be like, yeah. I be like, shit, man. I don't want to. Like, that ain't what it's about, bro. I be like, Joe, that ain't, oh, hold on, nigga, that ain't what the fuck. No, nigga, no, nigga, no. You tweak it. You tweak it. Nigga, you tweak it. No, you missed the whole fucking point. And we live in a fucking time where people just attracted to fucking like cancel culture, like fucked up ass culture. People just want to like hear people rant and like curse people. I'm like, no, nigga, no. I need to get the fuck off this channel. People take your shit and do whatever the fuck they want to do. They miss the whole point. You know, it's definitely not the point. The point is to to work out your problems, nigga, not to make your problems bigger. That's why studying too much astrology is bullshit, nigga. Like you study this shit, yeah, you'll know the whole motherfucking chart. They still gonna tell you how to fix that shit. They still gonna do the opposite of what the fuck you tell them to do. Shit still gonna fucking backfire, yeah. Hey man, you know that's why I be kind of fucking hard on y'all. Maybe I should be so hard on y'all. Cause I be like Rick Ross said this shit. He was like Rick Ross got rich off fast food. Like Rick Ross didn't get rich off music per se. Like he got rich off building like wings, restaurants and shit. Because like he knew that his motherfucking fan base was like fucked up. Like niggas who fucking been in and out of jail and shit like that. Motherfuckers who sell drugs and shit like that. Like he knew that like he had to set up like other business ventures outside of rap and like criminal enterprise and shit that he was on. And like a lot of times, like that's how I kind of be like we're on this channel. I'd be like, man, like all the motherfuckers who listen to me and subscribe to me be kind of like fucking ruthless in some type of area they like. And I'd be like, man, Joe, like, you know, that ain't the goal, man. You know, I'll come on here to rant, you know, to let people know that they ain't alone through the shit that they going through. But like ultimately, if you study a spirituality and you not using it to actually work on the shit that you need to be working on, you wasting your fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I try to change other people. Nigga, change you, change this fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers do not fucking change. I promise you that shit. You know? Especially in these times, man. Motherfuckers is fucking retarded, nigga. Like, motherfuckers go to a Travis Scott concert. Nigga talking about demons dying. And motherfuckers literally start seeing demons jumping in the crowd. Motherfuckers dying. And then everybody's fucking shocked. Like, oh my God, everybody's fucking. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Where the fuck you think you at, nigga? You think you at Disneyland, nigga? Like, what the fuck you expect? Like, he had like 3 fucking shows. He do this shit. Motherfuckers be dying at Travis Scott concert all the time. Getting stumbled over, you know what I'm saying? Like, people go for that type shit. Then motherfuckers start dying and the whole world is shocked. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck Travis Scott is? Nigga, some tourist verse shit. Like, the fuck? The world crazy as hell. You know, so like definitely trying to change people in these times, trying to teach them shit. And like, you know, why you think I sit there and talk to the goddamn internet? I only talk to motherfucking family. Like, yo, you want to know? I'll send you a link. You can watch that shit on your own time. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time talking. You know what I'm saying? People don't fucking change, nigga. Like, especially in these times. I was just talking to people on the internet. I'm just talking to people follow me. Mako. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only people follow me, I tell this shit to Mako, I tell this shit to J Can, I tell this shit to everybody. I'm like, Joe, nigga, learn Google ads. Learn YouTube ads. We living in a time now. If you don't know that shit is literally not like not learning how to fucking program your VCR. Like back in the day, the VCR used to flash 12. You don't know Google ads, it's like not having Facebook. This shit is like Google ads is like just as essential as Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Or like fucking Instagram, like social media, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how to set up an ad on Google, like you wasting your fucking time. Now you know I tell this shit to people, everybody I know who do business. You know what I'm saying? You think motherfuckers listen to this shit? Hell no. But what people do, sit around and want me to listen to their motherfucking ideas all night and try to figure out how to drive traffic to what the fuck it is they doing. With all type of crackpot ass ideas. Oh, we can try this, we can do this. And we're like, nigga, make a fucking ad. Google is gonna point all the people looking for your shit right in your direction. You think people listening to that shit? Fuck no. You think me sitting there saying that this is the way that this is actually gonna solve the problem? No. Me sitting there complaining about the fact motherfuckers don't listen, don't change a goddamn thing. This is make good content for y'all motherfuckers to sit and watch. But ultimately, like, this content don't change. Like, you can send this shit to a motherfucker. You tell a motherfucker like, hey, Joe, like, yeah, not only is you not gonna do it, I'm gonna make a video you about you not doing it, show you that shit, and you still ain't gonna fucking do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't change. You know what I'm saying? People get to like their comfort level, like what's called resistance and stocks, and then they stay there. You know what I'm saying? And then they do everything to try to stop falling from that point. People do not try to go above and beyond what the fuck they normally do. Trust it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta, you know, change yourself. You know, and they say you study the Bible more and more, you get, you know, you start studying scripture. You know, you find them areas that is like a, how do you say this? Like a secret place. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better word. Like Psalm 91. I think it's Psalm 91:1. Something like that. It say like it's like a secret place. You know what I'm saying? Like I do Magic Genie of the Lamp. Like you see me do videos like this. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, your confidence in certain places got to come from somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your confidence ain't gonna come from somebody like me or like somebody on the internet, or you know what I'm saying, somebody explaining to you, you know what I'm saying, certain areas that you lacking in. You know what I'm saying? Your confidence ultimately is gonna come from like in fucking in the Last Dragon, when like the glow, and when like he was telling me, he's like, man, you the master. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like until you actually, I was just telling this to my son today. I was like, man, like when you think hard about shit, it's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? When you have confidence to just tell you, you just expect the result. You know what I'm saying? You got faith. Like they say, faith is what's expected. You know what I'm saying? So like you just expect, like just expect what you want, and you go get it. You know what I'm saying? If you know, in tune, you know, and the universe gonna get the fuck out the way. Like Will Smith said, the universe gonna get the fuck out your way. You know, so you know, the more you know, like I kept reading scripture. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I still know astrology. I still know spirituality. I still know, you know, other arts and like that. You know what I'm saying? It helped. You know what I'm saying? It has its place. But, you know, that in combination with, you know, the scripture, man, like, I'm like invisible, dude. Like, to a lot of people, it's like, motherfuckers don't even see me. Like, motherfuckers literally do not see me. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like literally being plugged into the, like, you know, like in the Matrix, when they put that shit on in the back of their neck, and then they literally, it's like, I literally walk into the Matrix when I want to go into the Matrix. Like, I'm out of the Matrix when I want to come in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not in this world. You know what I'm saying? I don't get kicks, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, doing, it's kind of fucked up to say, but like, I don't really get kicks doing like these types of videos and shit no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when some people get the kick doing the video, like, it don't really, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm in a place where I would hope you as a viewer would eventually get to that place where it's like, I don't feel the urge to do shit, really. That's kind of fucked up to say, but like, I don't have that. I'm not, you know, I don't feel like I gotta prove nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just content. You know, and when you be studying astrology and shit like this, it studies different, you know, uh, type of shit we talking about. You know what I'm saying? You never gonna find that answer you really looking for. Like you find answers, but like you never find like that E equals MC squared, like that one answer that, like, you know, because like a lot of this shit is relative truth. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the only, you want them answers, you gotta go into the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Where you get that, you actually get the real confidence that you're looking for, and not just the confidence, but you're gonna start getting the experience. You know, and like just the experience, like the way you handle situations. You know what I'm saying? It's a totally different experience. You know what I'm saying? In these times, man, like these some wild ass times. Some wild ass times. You go to a fucking concert, get killed. You know what I'm saying? Man, my Taurus verse ruthless as hell, Joe. Like Travis Scott or Taurus. I was just saying this, man. Like Taurus, motherfuckers is going through. Like a lot of fixed signs, man. You know what I'm saying? Fixed signs going through it, man. Like, you know, a fixed sign, call that motherfucker, Joe. Like fixed signs, cardinal signs going through it. You know what I'm saying? But especially like Taurus and Leo, they going through it, Joe. Cause like I was just saying, like about Google Ads. You know what I'm saying? Like certain shit like that. You tell motherfucker you need to learn Google Ads. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker ain't gonna learn that shit. Like if you fixed right now, like whatever, and you not in the loop, you fucked up. Like cause you're not willing to like especially like a Leo, man. Like Leos and Tauruses, like especially like a motherfucker like Leo Moon. like Leo Moon, like Trump, motherfuckers like that. Like these times is just not good for them type of people, Joe. Like it's just not. You gotta be liquid. You gotta be flexible. And like Taurus right now, man, like the shit Travis Scott going through, like ain't like even I guess the shit Trump going through, like his whole admit, like anybody that's affiliated with Trump going to jail. They locking up all the motherfuckers. And like you know what I'm saying? Like trying to get by on just bravado or like trying to get by just on like without facts in these times, you know what I'm saying, just on like personality and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even talent, like even raw talent ain't gonna don't do it, gonna cut it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be in tune with like the whole algorithms and like man, the whole internet going through this shit called the metaverse now, man. Like they about to have like 5-dimensional internet. Like you're gonna be like literally inside the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like with some Facebook putting out like like this. This shit right here, Oculus. You know what I'm saying? This shit. This the future of the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a PS5 virtual reality one too. This shit wild as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. You know, that's the future. And like motherfucker like a Taurus or like a Leo, they not gonna do good with shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the actual programs that make that type of shit, like you talking about like Unity 3D, like them programs, like how man, like them algorithms, like people do not understand how algorithms even work. You'll see it, but like or like artificial intelligence or AI, like when you playing like if you playing a computer, like if you playing a video game, like say you playing Madden or you playing, I don't know, Mortal Kombat, any video game, and they got like some type of artificial intelligence like fighting you, going back or against you, like you playing NBA, 2K21, and like the computer going against you, like all that intelligence, like how the computer know how to set up defense and do all that, like all of them algorithms that's built into every little character. Like even certain games like Grand Theft Auto, man. Like my son was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. He shouldn't have been playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was playing Grand Theft Auto 5. And like you could literally run up on any character. You know what I'm saying? Snatch them out the cock and like interact with them and like do all types. It might use big ass world. Like I was reading online some of the biggest arenas like in video games. Like one of them was like I think it was like 25 miles, like 15, 25 miles. Like some of the games, not like you know what I'm saying. You could literally run off like fucking 25 miles inside a video game. You know what I'm saying? And like the metaverse that Facebook set up, like they literally set up like a whole universe inside the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like miles big, whole new world. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It was a tourist dude came over the other day. You know what I'm saying? He was changing the pipes, the sewer in my house. And he couldn't even work his phone. He didn't even know how to take a damn picture off the damn phone. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, nigga, like, they got motherfucking Oculus out now, nigga, like 3D shit like this. Like, motherfucker can't even, like, you can't even take a picture. How the hell you gonna keep up with some shit like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit like motherfuckers do that Leo Moon and shit like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where they don't, like, learn actual algorithms and, like, what make up the intelligence. Like, man, that type shit, whole different arena, ball game. When you sitting there talking to people now, you know what I'm saying? People have no idea. They're like they can make artificial intelligence to give you better conversation than real people. You know what I'm saying? Alexa, even Google, like you sit there, press the microphone on Google. Google sit there and talk to you. You know what I'm saying? The algorithms that go into making that type of shit and putting it into multiple fucking avatars and scattering that shit throughout a whole fucking virtual reality world. This shit is like not even a year or two away. You know what I'm saying? So like fixed science. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in on that shit, right? It's like Joe, like if you a fixed science, you need to get in on that shit. Get fixed on that. This is where all this shit is headed. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be like a whole new fucking world, man. Yeah, y'all know what the metaverse is. Y'all better get in tune with that shit, Joe. That shit is coming. That shit's already damn near here. Like fucking Google after you like you got a fucking Oculus, you already kind of see like what it like. You know what I'm saying? You can look at all like what's that shit NFT. They got whole new ways of looking at artwork now, like in 3D and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like taking pictures and shit like that, it's all everything all different now. Like a lot of fixed signs still living in the 90s and shit, man, like early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? With shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like they really gonna be behind with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a mutable sign, like a Virgo, motherfucking Sagittarius, Pisces, they really attracted to that type shit, that metaverse type shit. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna be on that shit. Like the mutable signs, you know what I'm saying, in a minute, they about to be winning with that metaverse shit. I promise you. They gonna be on it. Because like a lot of like shit with social media and like this not really social media, the internet as a whole, it's like who lands on that platform first, you know what I'm saying? And like establishes themselves first like on that platform. Like a lot of mutable signs is real flexible and like moving from multiple platforms and like discovering some new shit and just getting in real quick and just getting it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Big signs suck at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, fixed signs is because we on the cusp of that type shit right now. Fixed signs is really going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? What you got talking about? Yeah, I'm hip to Demon Slayer. Yeah, that's a shit. See, you said fixed signs, agents. Yeah, fixed signs, agents. I mean, everybody really be agents though. You know what I'm saying? Anybody really be agents. Hold on, man. Let me show y'all this shit real quick. Man, I don't even think I grabbed the right shit. Oh, shit. Shit be all fucked up. Yeah, see? Like this shit. Hold on. This is it. Okay, right. I thought I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. Man, goddamn. Okay. See, this shit. VR games. PlayStation VR. I don't know if this is a demo of this. You know what I'm saying? This was all the gaming not going. VR. I don't even know what the fuck this shit is. But mind you, like, we got all these motherfuckers. This is a VR game. You know what I'm saying? Like you inside the game now. You know what I'm saying? By the time motherfuckers figure out what I'm talking about, it's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? I promise. There's another. The Astrobots, PlayStation VR. All these games is virtual reality now. Fuck is this? PlayStation VR World. See, this is what I'm talking about. Virtual reality worlds. PlayStation VR worlds. See what I'm saying? You in the damn game now. You know what I'm saying? You hear what the fuck I'm telling you. You did Unity 3D, you can make this type shit. You're saying you take a Unity 3D course. That's what I'm taking right now. PlayStation VR Worlds. It's a VR game. It's another one. What the fuck is this? Batman VR. Virtual reality. Batman. Virtual reality. Oh, crazy shit. Doom. Virtual reality. You know what I'm saying? Don't be late on this shit, nigga. By the time you figure PlayStation VR was Eagle Flight. Virtual reality. Skyrim. Virtual reality. Got all that shit. What the fuck is this? Robinson. Some shit. Farpoint. You know. So yeah, man, you want to get on that shit. You don't want to be sitting around playing fucking Mortal Kombat 11, fucking Madden 2021. Motherfuckers were sitting inside the goddamn video game. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to make that type of shit. You know, there's courses you could take, man, like Unity 3D. That shit is not hard to learn. This shit, you know, you can be making this shit. A lot of this shit is already like um, templates and shit already made. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to learn this shit. We trying to inspire somebody, you know. Stop sitting around watching fucking YouTube videos all day. Actually pick up the motherfucking app and download a different app, change the motherfucking algorithm, do some different shit. You know, you don't want to be sitting around doing the same shit. About to be fucking 2022. Motherfuckers skip right over 2021. Remember? Like 2020, I was like, oh yeah, 2021 is gonna be better. 2021 is gonna be the shit. The shit like done. Quick as hell. Biden in office, already moving forward. Like, oh yeah, 2022 is gonna be there. It's like, right, nigga, you was just saying this shit fucking 12 months ago. You know? Time was like 2017. Remember 2017? People don't even remember what the fuck. Like 2017 was just one of them years that just like, it's like 2017. What the fuck was I doing in 2017? You don't even fuck right. It's like 2021. Just skip. You're like, fuck. Right. So you wanna Saturn return to you. Yeah. I'm going through my Saturn fucking return. Shit, you know. Views on vaccine mandate. I don't have no views on vaccine mandate. You know what I'm saying? I think people do what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, if you I think Corona gonna have to like Bill Burr said, man. Bill Burr got a real good answer. You know what I'm saying? He said, I think a lot of motherfuckers gotta die. You know what I'm saying? The virus has got to do what it's not about the vaccine, bro. It's about the virus, nigga. The virus gonna do what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You make your decision what the fuck you gonna do. Vaccine mandate, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they say like you're gonna lose your job and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Then you know, you know, if you don't go get vaccinated, you're gonna lose your job. You know what I'm saying? So it's ultimately down. It's a personal decision. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to get vaccine, don't take the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get vaccine, go get the vaccine. I'm not pro or anti-vaccine. You know what I'm saying? I think it's some, you know, personal decision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I think it's stupid to take a stance either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's stupid to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't think people should be vaccinated, cool. Keep that shit to your fucking self. Like you don't have to get on the internet and take a stance to try to convince other people not to. Like, you don't have to be a fucking, like, a parasite. You know what I'm saying? And same shit. Like, we're saying, if you do want to get vaccinated, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a fucking parasite and jump on the fucking internet and try to go spread a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like, ultimately people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. That's what it's all gonna boil down to. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the government job to try to convince motherfuckers to get back. That's their fucking job. Like, you know what I'm saying? They do what the fuck they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what are you gonna do? It is what it is, you know. But ultimately, I think the virus is gonna have to just keep killing motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The virus ain't going nowhere. That's how you really gotta look at it. So fuck the vaccine, nigga. Let the virus keep killing motherfuckers. Like Bill Burr said, we need about another 2-3 million people dead. That's what the fuck is gonna be? Who gives a fuck about the vaccine? You know what I'm saying? What about the virus? You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it like that. What the fuck else you talking about? Will you get the vaccine? Like I said, I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but like, if I was in a situation where I need to get vaccine, yes, I would go. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not against, you know. I was in the fucking military, bro. So like, when you're in the military, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got a thing, they walk you down the line, right? And like, on one side, they got like 3 nurses on this side. Then they got like another 3 nurses on this side. All the 3 of these motherfuckers holding the needle at the same time. They all hit you fucking 6 different ways, like that, at the same time, with like 6 different fucking vaccines all at the same time. So, you see what I'm saying? You talking about a motherfucking uh, coronavirus vaccine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So motherfucker like me, that's like a walk in the park. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go look up how many vaccines they give motherfuckers when they go into the military, man. Please. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't shit to me. That's why I think a lot of times people be overreacting to this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like I didn't vaccinate it like fucking 8, 9 different times. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still sitting here fucking fine. So like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pro or for it. I think it's a personal decision. You know what I'm saying? It's just like asking me, what do you think about kids? I'd be like, well, shit. I mean, obviously I love my kids, but it ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So my dad, Leo Pluto, 70 years old. What the fuck? Told me to get my vaccine only for money. He knows I'm a conspiracy theorist, but for money. Yeah. Like I said, it's a personal decision. It is what it is. It's gonna be what the fuck it's gonna be. Fuck the vaccine. What about the virus? Do you think autodidacticism or self-taught will replace colleges? No, I don't think that. You know what I'm saying? College is business. You know what I'm saying? It's business. You know, and then it's also connections too. You know, like alumni and shit like that. Like, as long as you got alumni, mm, nah, mm, college is big business. Big business. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't going nowhere. And I also think that, but I also, a lot of people who make money online, you know what I'm saying, who self-taught and shit like that, they really lack a lot of discipline that people in universities do have. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm self-taught, but I went to college too, though. You know what I'm saying? I went to college. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't teach me nothing. I'll call you right back. Let me text this. I mean, in terms on mastery of subject and knowledge. Um, Man, you always gonna be kind of self-taught from an experience standpoint. You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, I'm not pro or con a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when people ask me certain questions, it'd be funny because one thing I've learned, what's gonna remind you, especially me being Aquarius, I kind of approach situations like it's gonna be like every situation is different. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times it's like what the situation calls for more so than like what I think. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust my own insight a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like as Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? We be like, fuck, nigga, fuck my life, nigga, fuck that shit. Like I done fucked up too many times to trust my own insight. You know what I'm saying? Like Aquarius don't trust ourselves a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of times we kind of let, it's kind of like a Gemini, like we kind of let because this air, even though it's fixed, it's still air. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of air shit. Like we kind of let the situation do what it do. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, to answer your question, um, I think a college education got value. It's always gonna have value. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you do with it, how you hustle it. You know what I'm saying? Like I done seen people who graduate from college end up fucking, sweeping floors and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know how to hustle that shit. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately it's all gonna come down to experience and what you do. You know what I'm saying? So like it's kind of it's one of them things. And mind you, we live in a time now too where like everything requires diversification. So like you be working like even if you're not college educated, you probably gonna be working with somebody who you gonna need to work with somebody who is, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So like we like on this some Avengers type, Guardians of the Galaxy type shit, like all different types of personalities. Like we live in these times now, like all these different types of personalities got to come together anyway. So like it's kind of give and take. Like one situation isn't necessarily better than the other. You know what I'm saying? Especially in real time situations. In these times, like everybody is dependent upon each other. So everybody got to be able to just bring what they bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Shit. The fuck? Y'all asked me hella questions. I mean, in terms, okay, have you read the book Dulce Wars? No, never heard of that. Never heard of it. What do you do for a living? Shit, I do a lot of shit for a living. I do hella shit. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? Like right now we doing between me and JK and we trying to set up an Airbnb with this other house. You know what I'm saying? But I run a website, runhudex.com. You know what I'm saying? I distribute, music videos through Comcast. You know what I'm saying? I do stock trading. We sell shit online, sell hella shit online. You know what I'm saying? uh, buy and sell direct, fucking trade, uh, um, consultant, advice. You know what I'm saying? Network. Ultimately, I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ. Though. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I do. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like in the Bible say, seek first the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 6:33. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you kind of do that, like everything else kind of fall into place. So like I do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I'm a disciple of of Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So like things kind of fall into place around that naturally. You know what I'm saying? As long as that's in place, like when you go to Millionaire Mindset. That's something y'all should look at. Millionaire Mindset. I've said this before in a couple other videos. T. Harv Eker. That's his name. T. Harv Eker. Millionaire Mindset. He says, now ultimately, it don't matter what your business is. Your real job is to make money. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're not good at saving money and budgeting and accumulating wealth, stuff like this, it don't matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? Your real job is to make money. You know what I'm saying? So like we start thinking like on an executive level, on a corporate level, it don't matter what your business front is, like Shark Tank shit. Like you ask a shark, what do you do for a living? You know what I'm saying? You ask Mark Lamonis, what do you do for a living? You know what I'm saying? You be like, it's kind of, I invest in businesses, it's a lot. So when you get a centered thesis, you know what I'm saying, kingdom, everything else kind of stems out from that. You know what I'm saying? So everything kind of falls into place. If I don't know, I hope I don't sound like I'm blowing smoke up your ass, because I'm being fucking 100% honest with you. Like I'm answering it exactly how it makes sense in my head. You know what I'm saying? I hope I don't sound like a fucking like I'm fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead ass. What is your view on alpha, beta, sigma males? I'm a sigma male. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations cause me to be alpha, certain situations cause me to be beta. But I prefer being sigma. Like I prefer being a lone wolf. I prefer working alone. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, I think we live in a time now where like different situations gonna require you to be all of them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's stupid to cling on to any. I think it's stupid to claim yourself as a man in 2021. I've said this on multiple. Like I think it's stupid, especially like alpha men. You know what I'm saying? Like you a target. Like you know what I'm saying? Like just as soon as you say you want either one or the other, you be basically like a target. So I'm saying, so like, this is why like me, I prefer like lone wolf. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be fluid, you gotta be flexible in these times. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so alpha men kind of need to work on beta traits. Beta men obviously need to work on alpha traits. Sigma men need to work on not being so damn fucking what's the word introvert. You see what I'm saying? So you know, um, I used to think alpha men was better than beta men. You see what I'm saying? But I've learned like in the world we live in the matrix. You see what I'm saying? So like, beta men are superior to alpha men in certain ways that alpha men are, like alpha men are obviously like physically superior. So I'm saying, but I could also see like in a lot of situations where like beta men are superior to alpha men in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? The alpha men could learn, to be more congruent. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like if you're a man, we all men per se. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we live in a time now where it's so much vocabulary. Like you got like LGBTQ, all that type of shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like gay men, like shit like that. Like if you like an alpha man in these times, you like a target. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, you need to be like I don't want to say flexible, like you know what I'm saying, but like yeah, you kind of do. You need to be flexible, like in these times. You know what I'm saying? Like even like you look at like a Marvel heroes. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they all alpha in a way, but they not just alpha. Like you look at Peter Parker, he's not like an alpha man per se. So I'm saying he's really like a beta. So I'm saying, but he's alpha. He puts on the costume and shit like that, and he becomes like alpha. Like you know what I'm saying. And then at the same time, he's like a sigma, and he's like an introvert. So I'm saying, so like, you know, most alpha men kind of got like that. Like you know what I'm saying. When you come with like barbaric mind, you kind of like have to disguise your alpha. Like you gotta like on the superhero act. It's like you gotta kind of disguise your alpha traits in these times now. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a good idea to present yourself as alpha like DC characters and shit like Superman, Batman, shit like that. Like you don't want to present yourself like fucking Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to be alpha 24/7, 365. You want to you know what I'm saying? Like know how to turn that shit on and turn it off when necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's more appropriate to these times, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? Will you do a sign on Sigma Alpha Beta? I think I did one a long time ago. So then it's called Hood X Avatars. You know what I'm saying? Black Panther is Sigma, Black Panther is Sigma. Lone Wolf, that's what Sigma is. Okay, I'm Sigma. Then you say Capricorn is Alpha. Mars is exalted of Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn is typically Alpha. What's up?
Can you put on my PS5?
Yeah, give me like 5, 10 minutes. I'll do it.
Okay.
Why do you want to play PS5 before you go to bed? So yeah, I think too, man. Like you know what I'm saying, Black Panther. You know, something I want to look up. Man, do I even want to talk about that? I can't even think of the word. Ah, man. So like panther and leopard kind of go hand in hand, like in the description. Like so, like I don't know if I said this on the channel already, but like leopard, like the original leopard, the original Leo was leopard. It wasn't a lion. Like the word leopard is leopard, leopard. So I'm saying, so like the original archetype for leopard, I mean for Leo wasn't a lion. It was like a leopard. I can't even think of the original name of what that leopard was. But it was on Nimrod. Like if you look at Nimrod's shield, you can go look up Nimrod's shield. He had like this leopard snake looking thing. It's like a leopard with a snake head. And I'm fucking pissed I can't think of the name. But somebody, if y'all know the name of it, man, y'all can leave it in the comments. I really appreciate it. But like on Nimrod's shield, there's a there's this like fucking it's called Siapapard. I think it's called like Siapapard. Siapapard. You know what I'm saying? Like those is niggas. Like we talking niggas. These niggas. Like 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 um right. Nimrod was a lone wolf, but he was a like I said, he was a mighty warrior. So he was alpha too. It was like Zulu type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like the Siapa part, I think it's called. It's like a leopard. Man, y'all go Google this shit. You know what I'm saying? But that was like the original symbol for niggas, like the Nagas. Like you had Naga serpents. Like if you know like Nagas, like the serpent, the dragon. Like in the Bible where it talks about the great dragon and the serpent, and it had a leopard with fucking spots. Like you know what I'm saying? Talking about a leopard with spots. So I'm saying these is niggas. You know what I'm saying? These are niggas. Now, yeah, Naga, right? Niggas. Niggas. Like I'm from niggas. So like Haitian voodoo different from Yoruba voodoo. Haitian voodoo, Haitian voodoo, Haitian voodoo. Them type of niggas. It's like that Z shit. Like Kodak Black say that Z, that's that Z shit. That's that what they call them motherfuckers Zoe life Zoe. That's like Haitian voodoo. Like that Rihanna video, Wild Thoughts, like that Wild Thoughts video. They shot that shit in Little Haiti in Florida. They got the Zoe life motherfuckers. That's like Haitian voodoo. These is niggas. Like Chicago niggas. Like Chicago founded by Dusable. He's a Haitian nigga. It's right off the water. Like when you see like New Orleans and shit, like New Orleans niggas, these type like swamp niggas, like Master P say swamp nigga, like Zoe type niggas, like niggas like wild ass dread type. Like sometimes you see like this shit. It's like Zoe type niggas, Naga serpents. These niggas. So like, you know, when you see that shit, that's like the C upper part. Like when you look at Nimrod, he had that symbol on his fucking shield. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Chicago was founded by Haitians. Right, this is right after Toussaint. They did the Haitian Revolution. I think that was what, like 1770 something. And then like 20 years later, Dusable left there. Like he came from like the revolutionary Haitians, like the crazy ass Haitians, like the niggas who just revolted Haitians. Same shit like New Orleans was founded. Same shit like them niggas in Florida. These is niggas like Nagas. Or they call like what they call that shit? Oral tradition. Oral tradition. You see what I'm saying? Oral tradition. Versus like even you on the Bible, they're talking about Oshun, the serpent. Like Eve was talking to a snake. Oshun. And then you got Oshumare. Am I saying it right? Oshumare. Oh, you got the Odu, and you got Voodoo, and like the Oshun is the ocean. What is it? Odumare? Not Odumare. Yeah, I think it's the Odumare. You know what I'm saying? It's the rainbow serpent. You know what I'm saying? This is the same shit that like like the voodoo different from Odu. Odu is like Yoruba, like Fulani voodoo. Haram, Yoruba voodoo. That's like Odu. When you got like voodoo, that's like Haitian shit. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is ruthless. So like this was the Chicago, New Orleans, you know, Florida type niggas, you know, swamp nigga type shit, like Cushite niggas. Since like in the Bible they call these niggas snakes and serpents. These are the same motherfuckers like who the motherfuckers that just kidnapped. Like some of the motherfuckers in Florida, I can't think of it as Zoe Pound. I think they just kidnapped. Any of y'all know that shit? Like in Florida, some of the Zoe Pound members just kidnapped a bunch of like Christian missionaries, like in Florida somewhere. You see what I'm saying? This just happened like a week or two ago. Like a bunch of Christian Catholic missionaries got kidnapped by a bunch of Haitian Zoe Pound motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And like they call themselves the serpents and shit. You see what I'm saying? They call themselves serpents. You see what I'm saying? Nagas. You see what I'm saying? And they call shit Nakash. Like if you look up the word serpent in Hebrew, it's Nakash, which is Kush. Like come back from cash or Kush, like the word cash, like the cash sign is a snake. It's an S with two things going through. That's where cash comes from. Cash, Kush, Nakash, the way of the serpent, the way of the snake. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, you talking about niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like more like Nimrod, them Zoe Pound ass niggas. Like all this shit in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when it talks about the leopard coming out the sea, you know what I'm saying? Or like Black Panther, shit like this. Like, I'm saying this is what it's talking about, niggas. The times we in, like niggas, like all the women studying witchcraft and all that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? Wild ass niggas and shit doing shit like, you know, kidnapping motherfucking Christian, like Christian missionaries and shit. These them times. But then you still got the white man too. You got false religion. This is all predicted too. Like, you know what I'm saying? The white people, like Greek. You know what I'm saying? All Greek fought like Whore Babylon. White people bogus too. You know what I'm saying? Pushing fake religion, fake white Jesus, all that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff, you know, hitting all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at too, like the floods in New Orleans, the violence in Chicago, like the floods and the hurricane stuff that's going on in Florida, the areas and stuff that like I tell you all the time, Hurricane Valentine Massacre mixed with Hurricane Katrina. You know what I'm saying on this channel. You know what I'm saying. All of this insight giving me you asked me about what I do. You know what I'm saying. This is literally what I do. So I'm saying when you got that type of insight, you avoid the bullshit. You know what I'm saying. So y'all just stay in tune with the times and shit, man. I gotta go hook up my son a PS5. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get the fuck up out of here. But you know, a little bit of my bill out. I don't know, y'all can wait here. I'll be right back. I got a little bill out, so y'all can wait. I'll be right back. Oh man, y'all motherfuckers sitting here staring at the screen waiting for me. Shit crazy. Motherfucker PS5. Shit. PS5. This bitch. I gotta look this shit up on my son real quick. What this motherfucker look like though. I keep the box to all my shit. Like I got motherfucking OCD, so I keep everything like in the box. Keep everything brand new. This new PS5 remote. It's different shit. It's different, whole different type of control. I get to it. Like it got different shit that you can do with it. Like you gotta blow into it. You can like rub it and do all type of shit. You can have sex with it. You cannot have sex with it, but like you do a lot of shit that you normally couldn't do. Oh man, why the fuck did I just do that? Stupid shit. Come on, man. This motherfucker big as hell. Big as hell. Shit heavy as hell too. This PS5. Man, see? PSV. I got the virtual reality headset too. That's what I originally had bought that Oculus for, thinking I was for. I found out like Oculus is through Facebook. Like that's some shit they trying to pump out to set up this whole metaverse shit. So when I bought the PS5 and I thought that's what that was, found out what. Hold on, y'all gotta give me a second. Look this shit up. Y'all niggas still hitting this motherfucker? What the fuck is you doing, man? Let me show you some shit. Y'all niggas just sitting in my fucking crib. See, this the PS5. This the virtual. See, this the new. This what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. See, this shit don't even fit. I had a big ass head. I don't even know how to adjust this motherfucker. Hold on. See, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But this is the lake though. See, somehow this shit go on like this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. We just got this motherfucker. But somehow this motherfucker go around my motherfucking head. It ain't like you inside the goddamn video game. You know what I'm saying? So, this what the fuck I thought this was. This totally different. I'm 6'7". This the Oculus. This totally different. Mind you, these don't even communicate with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? This like a damn Android. See, this shit go like this. Put this bitch on like this. You get this motherfucker like this, and you're cracking like, oh shit, it's only cracking. I'm in the internet. So I'm saying, this the Facebook shit. This the shit that fucking Zuckerberg trying to take over the world with. Man, they just came out with a new one. This the old. They just came out with a new one. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to push everything through that shit. So like the same way, like a lot of shit you can't access through your phone. Like you gotta go through your phone, like the app and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely they're gonna start making you gotta get everything together. Oh shit. I just smacked myself in the motherfucking face. I used to play sports. I used to hoop. You know what I'm saying? But then I fucked my I fucked my back up. You know what I'm saying? Fucking around the military. I got scoliosis. You know what I'm saying? So I got neck pain, shoulder pain, back pain. Y'all see me doing this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But I used to hoop back in there. I used to play baseball too. You know what I'm saying? That was my real love. Like Michael Jordan and shit. Like Michael Jordan really liked baseball. You know what I'm saying? That was my shit too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I used to hoop for a little bit. I was alright, man. I was average. I wasn't like great, but I wasn't bad either. But it really wasn't my thing though. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I used to swim too. I used to be on the swim team. I used to swim, motherfucker. I used to swim like a goddamn fish. I swim like a motherfucking Pisces, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But shit got old. I still go swimming though, every now and then. I ain't been in a while, but every now and then I go trick off. I go hooping every now and then too. And man, see this shit probably. I gotta set that shit up there. Fuck y'all talking about? Let me see. Get this shit over with. What the fuck y'all talking about? Let me see. Do I like engineering? Yeah, I've been trying to engineer a little bit. Slowly but surely. I've been slacking though. But I've been getting tools and shit. I've been trying to buy some tools and shit. You know what I'm saying? They just announced too, they got a Gucci, they motherfucking Gucci Xbox. Gucci Xbox S. Which is shit like $10,000. Fucking crazy. I just saw that shit today. You know what I'm saying? You got books on witchcraft. Yeah. I had books on witchcraft. I got rid of all that shit. Shit be a fucking waste. Shit lame. Like, Joe, like once you get, man, Joe, like you start to see, like it take a while to get to that point though, man. Like you eventually, I'll hope you get to that level you start to see that shit lame. Someone said Mary J from the stars. Any words about manifesting? Manifesting. Yoruba, let me see. Yeah, AOA though, Rainbow Serpent. Sun representing Leo. Do you have black spots? And like a leopard. Some representatives Leo do have black spots. Yep, Vodun. Yep. Zoe Zombies. Wow, I'm learning a lot. Yep, Zoe Zombie. Yep, Zoe. So in Chicago was founded by Haitians. Blah blah. Sigma is the future. Yes, Sigma is the future. Thoughts on manifesting. You see manifesting. So, like, you know, when you look in Tarot, the seven of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying, is typically like the actual card that is looked at as far as kind of you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? So like when you plant, um, you know, certain seeds, you know, um, a lot of times ain't nothing wrong with the seed. It be how you cultivate it. What's wrong with the soil, or what's right? Is this good soil? Is this bad soil? Is it rain too much? Is it too hard? Is it too soft? The seed gonna do what the seed gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And your intent, it's like a lot of times even your intent. Like a lot of times you trying to manifest things and things ain't manifesting. It could be a number of things, but the main thing is your intent. Like you see what I'm saying? The this you want to plant the wrong seed. You see what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? A lot of times things will backfire on you in a way where because you plant the wrong seed to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And then like your heart is kind of represented by the soil. Like you know what I'm saying? And that if your heart is too hard, your heart is too watery, you know what I'm saying? If your heart is too cluttered with dirt, bugs, and you got shit all in it, you know what I'm saying? If it's bad soil, you know what I'm saying? You plant a fucked up seed in some fucked up soil, you get some fucked up fruit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, the best seed you can plant is like you read Matthew 13, it talk about the seeds in the kingdom of God. You see what I'm saying? When you get good at planting them seeds, you see what I'm saying? That the fruit that get produced from them types of trees be totally different from what you expect. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it don't be what you expect. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times your idea, when you have an idea, the way it play out, if it don't play out exactly how it look in your head, you may end up like, you know what I'm saying? Especially you study witchcraft and shit like that, motherfucking like trying to manifest, like forcing shit to manifest. You know what I'm saying? You could throw away an idea in the middle of the idea as it starts to manifest because it don't be playing out exactly how it looks in your head. You know what I'm saying? So like when you ain't, cause like the person don't look the way you thought they was gonna look, or like you know what I'm saying, or like the person might not sound the way you think they gonna sound. They not say the things that you want them to say, or you know, it may not look or smell or taste exactly how you want it to. You know, so you get like, oh, this ain't how. You know, a lot of times that's why you can't look at shit like that when you're dealing with manifestation. You know what I'm saying? From a kingdom perspective, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like, you know, witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? You want to I heard somebody yelling. I'm sorry. Oh, you want to make sure you know what I'm saying. You like you say in the Bible, and seek first the kingdom. You know what I'm saying. You do that shit, everything else fall in place. You know what I'm saying. A lot of things that you be trying to manifest. You know, I can tell you, it says seek first the kingdom and its righteousness. All those other things will be added to you. So I'm saying, so a lot of times you start to look at all those other things will be added to you as just as that is all those other things added to you. And a lot of like Jay Z say, a lot of the shit you want, like Jay Z say, I didn't got it. He said I didn't want it, got it, got mad at it, and don't want it no more. It's that shit. Like everything in life be like that. Like you spend all your like, man, if I could just get this one thing, if I didn't, then by the time you get it, you know what I'm saying, and you don't even want this shit no more. You be like, oh man, and then like it be on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why it's not good to get caught in this world or trying to manifest two things and letting your mood swing depending on what you can and can't manifest. You see what I'm saying? What's better is to plant like seeds of the kingdom, or like even when you can't plant them, keep studying. Because a lot of times you can't plant seeds. Like you can't really plant no seeds. Like in the same, like you know what I'm saying. That's why like you know it'd be a 29-degree effect. Like you be trying to focus so hard on something that you can't get it to actually, you know, manifest. So like you gotta sit back sometimes and like kind of let shit take its course and plant just a natural, peaceful setting. You know what I'm saying? And then these types of things will naturally start to play themselves out versus you trying to force it to do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Virgos can really learn that lesson because like a lot of times Virgos be trying to force shit. You know what I'm saying? When they be like, Joe, just chill the fuck out and learn how to vibe and chill. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, what you won't get. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to just sit back and chill and vibe with people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, a lot of times, you know, just creating a peaceful environment, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Just creating a good vibe, you know, and learning how to vibe with people and be down to earth with people be more important than the actual manifestation itself. You know what I'm saying? Because like once you get that shit down pat, you be able to manifest whatever the fuck you want. And like a lot of times, what you start to find out is that the shit you trying to manifest now ain't even really what you really want to manifest. Like you know what I'm saying? You find out that be some bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Under the Manifestation Act. Let me see. Do you have a video on Haitian's creation of Chicago and influence on the floor? No, I ain't did no shit like that. I ain't did no shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But like you could do the research though. It's all right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you do research on Kushites and like what's it called, the seal papard. I forget what it's called, the little leopard that's on Nimrod's tab. Nimrod's tab. You look at that. You line it up with the verses of the Bible. So I'm saying look at like Haram. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know the history of like Nimrod when they went to go build Egypt. You know the Yoruba, they stayed in Haran. Like, you know what I'm saying? They stayed there. You know what I'm saying? So like that they were the ones who to this day, so Yoruba is to this day. You know what I'm saying? It was Nigeria got built, all that type of shit came later. So I'm saying the Nigerians was shipping slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like look up what's it, White Man's Grave. That's something to look up. You know what I'm saying? White Man's Grave. So I'm saying because like motherfuckers to tell you that like the white man was growing up in Africa, snatching niggas up out of Africa. Like man, that wasn't the case at all. You know what I'm saying? Like Nigeria was wiping out they neighboring tribes and selling them motherfuckers as slaves. Like Africa, Nigeria taught slavery to the damn what is it man, I don't say the Portuguese, but it ain't the Portuguese. It's the you know, the end. I can't even think of the, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know what the fuck slavery was, man. Like they taught that shit to them because they already had slaves. So I'm saying they started selling that shit to them. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they took that shit on the net. You know what I'm saying? Look at white man. White people couldn't even survive. And you think the white people can't even go up in Africa to this day. You think back then, like white people could literally run up in Africa, disease infested, bug infested, fucking hot ass Africa. You think white people could literally run up in their territory and kidnap their ass in their own territory and bring them on a boat all of it? Like hell no, that shit was not happening like that. Like you know what I'm saying? The Nigerians for years, they number one system of currency was slavery. You see what I'm saying? This is why in 1905, you know what I'm saying, Britain bought Nigeria for like fucking $800,000. You know what I'm saying? Because Nigeria had literally sold all they fucking top people into fucking slavery. Like they didn't even know agriculture. They didn't even know how to do agriculture. They didn't know how to do. They didn't know how to grow. They didn't know no other type of industry but slavery. So I'm saying all the way up until like 1905 when Britain finally stepped in and forced. Like you, if people don't know, like how did the slave trade stop? How did Nigeria stop selling slaves? You know what I'm saying? People know how slavery ended in the United States. You know what I'm saying? 1800s, Civil War, right? But how did the world get Nigeria to stop shipping slaves? That's a whole nother chapter nobody fucking know about. Because that's shit they don't want you to fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria was forced to stop selling slaves in 1905 when, you know what I'm saying, fucking Britain stepped in and fucking bought their ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? And mind you, like, there was a whole, what's it called? The Battle of the, man, I can't even think of it. You know what I'm saying? They went to war. Like, Nigeria went to war to try to keep selling slaves. You know what I'm saying? And, like, they ended up selling slaves always, like, 1967. Like, even after Britain stepped in, like, they still were selling slaves all the way to the 60s. This is where, like, the whole fucking Haitian slave trade came from. Like, Haitian, Trinidad, all the motherfuckers, like they, after they stopped selling slaves in the United States, after they outlawed that shit, like, Nigeria still kept selling slaves all the way up until fucking 1900. And this is what I fucking, that's why like Haiti, all them motherfuckers, like they don't look at Africa the way like black men look at Africa, like they trying to get back home to Africa. Like no, hell no, like Haitian, them motherfuckers put curses on voodoo, on the voodoo. Like that's what I'm saying. You got like Yoruba voodoo, Nigerian voodoo, you got like Haitian voodoo. So I'm saying like certain parts of Haitian voodoo, them motherfuckers put curses on Nigerian voodoo for sending us the fuck over. So I'm saying that's why you don't really see like Haitians trying to talk about like some back to Africa type movement and shit like that. Like so it's a whole different culture than like black men had. Like so I'm saying because like they know like Nigeria to them is like certain, like you read the Bible, like you know what I'm saying, like that's what the whole Dominican, like you know what I'm saying, like Dominican Roman Catholicism is. Like Dominican Roman Catholics mix Haitian voodoo with Roman Catholic law. Like you know what I'm saying, like you look at the Queen of Heaven. But like what's her name? Damn, I can't even think of her name. Zuli. What's her name? Zuli. You can look that up. Zuli. E-R Zuli. Or that's a lot of people think Black Madonna. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people think the black, like you see the Pope kissing the Black Madonna or Black Virgin Mary. People think that's the Virgin Mary. That ain't the Virgin Mary, nigga. That's Urzuli. You see what I'm saying? Urzuli, fucking Queen of Heaven. That's fucking voodoo shit. Like voodoo, all the way back to Haram. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like that's what Dominican Roman Catholic shit do. They mix voodoo and shit. Like you know what I'm saying with fucking with Haram, like Haram, fucking Roman Catholic shit. They mix all that shit. Like all the candles. Like you go up in the Spanish store, you see the candles and shit. They're like when people die, they like the candles that had the skulls on the side with like a saint. You know what I'm saying? Like it had some type of saint with a skull. Like you know what I'm saying? That shit. That's all like fucking Dominican Haitian voodoo. You know what I'm saying? So like that type shit, them motherfuckers don't fuck with Nigerians. You know what I'm saying? They look at Nigerians like fucking snakes, like serpents and shit. So I'm saying, whole different type of fucking voodoo. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna say that because it's Odu. Odu and I'm really saying this shit barbaric as hell. I'm really being reckless. I am kind of being reckless, man. I just be honest with you. So because like I am oversimplifying this shit.
Mercury time.
Because like Odu and voodoo is not the same shit at all. You know what I'm saying? But like when you read it from the Bible, from like a Hebrew standpoint, like from Abraham like standpoint, it is like you know what I'm saying because when you really look at like if you look at the Nigerian nigga, you look at a Haitian nigga like from Chicago, the nigga like me, that's like the same shit. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like that Z shit. It's like some Zoe shit. It's like Joe, you got authority, the Bible, you know what I'm saying, actual written word, authority. Then you got like word of mouth, oral tradition, you know, passing it down, freestyling, making it up as you go along, type shit, you know, that type shit. Like not necessarily making it up as you go. I'm reckless. I'm saying that shit right. Like, but a lot of old dude kind of is making it up. It's like your own interpretation. Like same shit like when you doing astrology and shit like that. You like, what is Mercury? What is Saturn? What is this? It's like you ask 10 different people, they gonna give you 10 different fucking interpretations of what the fuck it is, because it's all based on like their own fucking interpretation. You see what I'm saying? So like that type shit. You see what I'm saying? This is what Babylon is. You know what I'm saying? Like they said, everybody's speaking their own language. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying the same shit, but speaking it from their own different language. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Bible is written the way it's written. It's real authority. Like you know what I'm saying? Absolute truth, not relative truth. So I'm saying, so like you dealing with that type of shit, you be like, okay, well, how the fuck do I know this priest is better than that priest? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck do I know your interpretation is better than this person's interpretation? So then you sit up, watch YouTube videos all night. No motherfuckers doing tarot cards. One motherfucker tell you about to have a good month. No motherfucker tell you about to have a bad month. You know what I'm saying? This is shit like you reading in the book of Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar was going through it in Babylon. So I said, man, you go see the Eternals movie. that big ass blue building they sit out front of. Like that's Ishtar's gate. So I'm saying that big ass blue. You can go look in the trailer for the Eternals and look, and you gonna see like that shit Angelina Jolie in front of. Like so I'm saying that's Ishtar's gate. So I'm saying that's what Nebuchadnezzar built. So I'm saying because same shit they should consult with oracles and psychics and shit like that to interpret his dreams and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, ultimately Daniel he had the coldest interpretation because none of his shit came from that shit. Like his shit was absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? And like these are the same things that all rooted from you talking about Haram, Babylon. You know, this is what the fuck that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers spit game all fucking day. You're like, oh, he's very smart. You be like, no, nigga. That's all relative fucking truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? You put another nigga up to him, he could tell you the total opposite of what he's saying. It's gonna sound just as true. Right, okay, who for telling the truth? Neither one of them. Because it's not real authority. It's oral tradition. If I tell you a secret, you tell the next person a secret, they tell the next person a secret, they tell the next person a secret. By the time you get to the 10th person, the secret gonna be all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna put their own spin on it. How the fuck they wanted to go. We all know we all know that story. So I'm saying, this is like, you know what I'm saying? This is That's that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit. You know what I'm saying? So in these times, this is what you gonna get. You doing, like I said, a lot of Leo motherfuckers be on that lead leopard shit, that freestyle shit, making it up as they go along type shit. It's like, nigga, jump your ass on Google Ads, make a fucking ad, and get the actual research. Nigga, you can go Google the amount of keywords you looking for right now. They're gonna tell you how many people is on Google searching exactly what the fuck you talking about right now. Motherfucker, this shit is not hard. Stop, you ain't gotta make shit up. It's going on. Man. Go watch the internship, nigga. Like, they about to build the metaverse. Stop freestyling. You know, they got codes. E equals MC squared, motherfucker. This code moves this algorithm this way, keyword, this, that, right, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Get into them. You know. And also, too, last thing I want to say is, man, like, you know, get in tune with your prayer, man. Like, you know, if you don't pray, you gotta start doing that shit, bro. Prayer is the shit, bro. That shit like morphine, bro. Like somebody told me they was like Joe, like, you know, what do your prayers sound like? You know, if I heard you in I don't know if I said this already on the channel. I think I have. You know what I'm saying, but like if I heard you in the, you know, if I heard you in the next room praying, you know, what would it sound like? And nobody's in the room with you. You know what I'm saying? But I just happened to be walking by and I was like, hold on, what the fuck? I put my ear to the door and I hear you in the next room praying. What would it sound like? You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me that shit, and I was like, damn, like some wild shit. What do my prayers sound like? You know, you know, you talking about manifestation. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, do your prayers sound like a fucking spell that you're trying to cast, or do it sound like somebody who has a sincere heart? You know, what do your prayer really sound like when ain't nobody around? What do you be praying for? You know, do it sound right? Do you know how to pray? Like, do you know how to, you know, ask for what it is that you're trying to get? Because prayer like a verb. It ain't like a, you know, like a fantasy, like you get good at it. Like they say, man, faith is what's expected. You know, when you, like a lot of times you pray for something and you don't get it. You know, it ain't like God ain't listening. It's because God telling you, no, nigga, because you don't need that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know what to pray for. Like, you know what I'm saying? You pray for the right shit. You know what I'm saying? The universe going to give it to you. You know what I'm saying? God willing, through the grace of God, you'll say you gonna get it. You go get, man, bro. Like, motherfucker told me the other day, they was like, Joe, in the Old Testament, Joe, especially the book of Genesis, like the first couple of books, like he was like, it's only really like 2-3 people that was worshiping God through the whole shit. I was like, damn, what? He was like, yeah, Abel, Abraham, and Joseph, basically. Other than that, really wasn't nobody. I was like, what? Adam and Eve came. He's like, nah, man. He's like, it's exclusive. He's like, man, the relationship with Jehovah, with the relationship with God is exclusive, bro. Like Psalms 91, when I say, he says it's a secret place. It's like something secret. You know, you can explain it for days and days, but like, motherfucker ain't got the ear to hear it. They ain't gonna never hear it. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, we all fall short some way. You see what I'm saying? But like, when you get all the way in tune, you gonna know what your prayer is supposed to sound like. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, Joe, I'm singing this all wrong. You know, I think it's Proverbs 13 or something like that. No, it was no, Corinthians 13. Somewhere it say like, man, if you ain't got love in your heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be the coldest psychic, but like it's all hollow. You know what I'm saying? You could be the coldest singer, but it sounds like hollow clanging drums. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you not, you know what I'm saying? If you you gotta remember, man, the language that's coming about your body was handed to you. You know what I'm saying? The language is like we saying in Hood X lit, man. The first lit, the bastard language. That the language coming out of you ain't matched who you really is. So I'm saying, so like you can't even trust the language that's coming up out of your body. You got to get past the language, like they said in the Bible talking about speaking in tongues and stuff like this. Like you got to get really tuned into the vessel, into what the vessel, like who you really are. You can't even trust your own name. Like car, every car got a license plate on it. Like, but the car is not the license plate. That's just some shit that was attached onto the car. It's not what the car actually is. Like the car, the actual vessel of the car move a certain way. Like so, saying like you got to get past your name. You got to get past the language. You got to like get all the way in tune with the vessel of what you really is and like what your purpose actually is here. Regardless of the language that you speak, regardless of the people that you around. You know what I'm saying? And the only way you really gonna get that close to God is by studying scripture. You know, and it's a movie called The Men Who Stare at Goats. You know what I'm saying? It's a wild ass movie. It's a fucking stupid ass movie. But it makes sense. Like if you in tune, if you all in tune with the shit I'm saying, you're saying you gonna watch that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like dude, he even said at one point, he's like, it's like kind of like Book of Eli. He was like, man, like he was like certain people got certain gifts, you know, to kind of move the matrix, you know, with their mind. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, certain people got different ways of tapping into the energy. And like he said one guy, the way he used to do it was by memorizing scripture. You know what I'm saying? And like it's kind of like the Book of Eli. And then like when you memorize so much scripture to the point where like you know it like the same way you know the zodiac, and you know it the same way you know the astrology, and like when you get the scripture all the way down pat like that, you can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the same way you try to explain astrology, the zodiac, man, you need to know this, man. You cause you gonna know. You already like the same reasons you try to explain astrology. And like you know when you be forcing yourself to go through them lessons when like you don't even know what that shit mean. And you be like, well, what's a degree? And what's a trine? And what's square? And like you know you need to know, even though you don't know what it is, you know you need to know. So you go you push past some limitations. Like you start doing that with the Bible, Joe. Like in this world, you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? When you got God, man, when you got Jehovah on your side, man, you can't lose. Don't nothing face you. Mind you, I'm Aquarius, man. Like we already don't care, Joe. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what's that dude named Pastor Gino Jennings? I think his name Pastor Gino. Like if you ain't heard of him, go look him up. Like Pastor Gino, he Aquarius. I think his birthday February 10th. You know what I'm saying? Something about the way like he moved. Like I look at him, I'll be like, Joe, that dude all the way Aquarius. Like, cause he know what he talking. Like that dude is like the Book of Eli. Like he got the whole Bible memorized. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of see what that do to somebody. Like you say, especially somebody who already know spirituality. You see what it do. It complete them areas that where all that freestyling and all that interpretation and you know all that man, somebody asks you what Mercury is, you tell them one thing on Monday, they ask you on Friday what Mercury is, you tell them a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? They ask you next month what Mercury is, you tell them something different. They ask you next year what Mercury is, you tell them something different. Every time they ask you to be something different. So I'm saying the Bible don't work like that. When it's at certain areas of knowledge, it's like, Joe, this is what this is. You see what I'm saying? All the way plugged in. You see what I'm saying? Uh, Psalm 103:19. You see what I'm saying? Say something to the effect like Jehovah is all the way fully established in this world. You know what I'm saying? He is fully established himself on this throne. You see what I'm saying? So he could do whatever he want to do. You see what I'm saying? So same thing like I say a lot of times Poe, you know what I'm saying? He hardwired to the ether. You see what I'm saying? You know, God's throne is the same way in this universe. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hardwired to the ether. It's literally a part of the ether. You see what I'm saying? So when you like Jay-Z and Kanye say, man, when you approach that throne, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? It's been there. The only reason we here is because the only reason we even dead right now is because of the grace of God. You see what I'm saying? Like we supposed to be dead, Joe. The same laws of randomness that brought this whole thing into reality. Technically, if we following them same laws of randomness, by them same laws, we should be dead by now. So there's nothing keeping us all here other than if you going by the same, like if ain't no such thing as God, and this is all just coincidence, we all here. By that same law of averages, we should be dead. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. The only thing that's keeping us here is faith. The only thing that's keeping us here is through the grace of God. You see what I'm saying? So you can't lose. You know what I'm saying? So, when you tap all the way into that, you sit somebody down, you know what I'm saying? It creates the peace, you know what I'm saying, that a lot of times people be looking for that you can't find in astrology, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times for things to expand past the boundaries that they need to expand past, a lot of times you just need a peaceful environment. You know what I'm saying? In certain areas, a lot of times in astrology, when you got them answers, you're not gonna find that peaceful, but it's not gonna create the actual peace. A lot of times, facts don't create the peaceful environment. Oh shit, they're out of there. A lot of times, peace don't the environment that you be looking for. I mean, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Facts don't create the peace you be looking for. You know what I'm saying? In order for it to expand past the areas they need to expand past. You know what I'm saying? So like you be giving somebody the truth, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know how to actually if you don't know how to mind you like the truth that I give, motherfucker, like I said, it be the shit that's actually gonna shift. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get better at learning how to deliver it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of times it's about, you know what I'm saying, you know, creating a peaceful environment, you know what I'm saying, for people to want to apply them changes that you're talking about. Because people will never live up to the actual, you know what I'm saying, things that expectations that you have. You know what I'm saying? So your confidence got to come from another place other than just, uh, facts. It got to come from like authority. Like you look at Jada Pinkett, for the Red Table Talks. You know what I'm saying? Like Jada Pinkett, a lot of times you look at her like on the Virgo act, you like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nothing gonna shut up Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? Except for like real authority. Like unless you really sit her down and show her. Mercury time. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this world is like that. Like you look at Alec Baldwin, the shit he going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? He Aries. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing going humble that man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Other than like real authority. Like, you know what I'm saying? The thought of going to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? The thought of a judge hammering this shit down and telling you life in jail. Shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people get humbled like that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, you don't want to waste your time. You know what I'm saying? Giving people facts that it's not necessarily going to change the situation. Like if Alex Baldwin knew he had Aries with, I don't know, such moon and such as like, so I'm saying like that shit ain't going to change him to actually, it ain't going to change, you know what I'm saying? Like you going to give him a reading and tell him why, these areas he needs to work on, shit like that. That's not going to change him, like, you know what I'm saying, who he actually is and shit he doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It be shit like this, you know what I'm saying, that change. You know what I'm saying? So you already got to peep shit like that before it already fucking happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the signs and the placements and shit like this, but like where they standing at from God in God's perspective. You know what I'm saying? According to scripture. You know what I'm saying? Because like that you get a way more accurate prediction judging it from that than looking at it from, you know what I'm saying, astrology and zodiac. You know what I'm saying? I promise you. You know, but it really ain't about that. Like I said, it's really about being able to like unify with the people that you actually want to unify. Actually being able to manifest the shit you actually want to manifest. You see what I'm saying? So like, and that's what I've been going through recently more than anything. Tuning out hella fucking distraction. Tuning all that shit out. Just tuning all that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Tuning out hella distraction. Tuning out hella shit I've been wasting hella time on. You know what I'm saying? Just welcoming the energy of the people that's like that want to learn, that legitimately want to learn, like the people that legitimately ask me legit questions that legitimately want to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Scripture do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see I'm talking about scripture people, they be like, oh, I don't want to hear that shit. They gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? And the people who need to get the fuck out of the way gonna get the fuck out of the way. So, and the people that need to come to the table are gonna start coming to the table. So I'm saying, and everything else is gonna fall in order. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know that makes. That's what I'm saying. You can't lose. You know what I'm saying? People be sitting there wasting your time. You pull out the Bible, start talking about scripture. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the fuck up and go. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't supposed to be in your life, they will get the fuck up and go. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love to do it. I love to sit down very slowly. Like, oh, let me pull out my Bible real quick. Pull it and watch motherfuckers be like, oh shit, like, oh, like right. You know what I'm saying? Because if they supposed to be around, they gonna stick around. You know what I'm saying? If they not, then they not. You know what I'm saying? You know, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Gemini Mars makes me a debater. Yeah, I kind of see that. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to waste your time debating. Do you have hood stories in the series on the channel with the future? Do you have hood stories, and will you do a series on your channel in the future? Yeah, I got a lot of hood stories. I ain't you know what I'm saying? You gotta go to HoodX, man. Go to hoodx.com. A lot of shit like you watch HoodX Black. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit is right there on HoodX Black. Sign up for HoodX.com. Watch HoodX Black. It's fucking all this shit is streaming right there on HoodX Black all day. I promise you. When you do a video on Haitian creation, oh, you read that. So I'm saying, do you have this? Shit, I got hella hood stories. A lot of shit I be trying to forget. Thank you much for touching my topic on manifestation. I just saw it. I'm like 20 minutes behind. Oh, no problem. Cool. No, you forgot Enoch, holier than Moses, greater than Abraham. Yeah, yeah. Enoch, mind you, you know, appreciate it. On point. You on point. Moses, Exodus, though. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the book of Genesis. Let's see. Was your Saturn return for pain? Nah, it wasn't. It was ironic. You know what I'm saying? It was really ironic more than anything. You know what I'm saying? They shut down the whole fucking world. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? The fucking whole world were in the quarantine. So it just wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, having a wild ass time when, like, you know what I'm saying, we was making a lot of advancements. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just got plugged with the airlines. I just made a lot of advancements toward traveling. You know what I'm saying? And then all the fucking everything traveling industry got shut down. So, like, nah, it wasn't. It was like everybody, you know, everybody got hit with the same bullet I got hit with. You know what I'm saying? So it allowed me to, you know, sit back and actually, you know, change a lot of things that need to be changed. You know what I'm saying? Correct a lot of things that need to be corrected and remove a lot of distractions. You know what I'm saying? We live in a world that's a lot of distractions. You know what I'm saying? So many fucking distractions. You know, and this return helped me get rid of a lot of fucking distractions and see them as actual distractions. You know what I'm saying? Unsubscribing from a lot of motherfuckers that I shouldn't have been subscribed to for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Cutting motherfuckers off that shouldn't, not necessarily cutting off, but like just putting motherfuckers in their place. You know what I'm saying? Putting shit in their place. You know, so no, it wasn't painful at all. It was necessary. Actually, it was necessary. Yeah, Gemini Mars. Mind you, like I was talking to somebody today. It was Virgo Mars. So I'm saying, but Mercury, Mars, that ain't like that's a motherfucker who gonna be right. Like you supposed to say, like you ain't gonna stop till you right. You gotta get the last word. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the first and last word. You know, so a lot of shit about Mercury and Mercury be extra. Like the shit that's going on with Young Pharaoh right now, man. Like Young Pharaoh just put a video up talking about why he hit his baby mama. I'm like, nigga, what? Nigga, you did a video explaining why you hit your baby mama? As if, first of all, motherfucker really give a fuck. Second of all, it's like, nigga, like, why the fuck Mercury be so fucking extra, Joe? Like, same shit Jada Pinkett, the shit she be doing with Will Smith. Like, bitch, like, don't nobody need to know. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mercury be like extra. You know what I'm saying? So you got Mars there, especially like if a low degree, that could be a problem. That'd be a problem. Cause like, what the fuck's this saying? White men can't jump. Sometimes if you win, you really lose. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you win a lot of arguments, but you really be losing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Young Pharaoh said he hit his baby. He put a video up saying he hit what's her name, Beauty, Golden Beauty, whatever. He put a video up about like 6 days ago, explaining why he hit her, and totally incriminating his fucking self. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck off the internet. Saying shit like motherfucking what's that nigga name? Travis Scott. He jumped on the internet holding his head. Talking about, oh man, I don't know what we gonna do. Anybody got hurt? The last thing I want to hear, anybody just hit me up. You know, we gonna figure out how we gonna take care of this. Y'all see the Travis Scott apology video? Same shit, nigga. Like, you about to get sued. You on a fucking Instagram covering up your fucking head talking about you sorry. Like, nigga, you see Drake. Drake ain't say shit. You see what I'm saying? Drake ain't say fuck. It's like, Joe, you dealing with a legal matter, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up. Why would you jump the fuck on the internet? Not even fucking 48 hours after motherfuckers just died at your goddamn concert, and you basically just jumped on there and apologized. I mean, obviously you feel like you want to say something to your fans, but nigga, it's a legal matter. Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. And like, you know what I'm saying? We live in a time now where they say it's like a spirit of prostitution. I'm saying that's why you gotta read the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a spirit of prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to sit there and talk to the internet. Motherfuckers want to sit there and talk to the fourth wall. Like, I don't know who the fuck out here listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there talking to a motherfucking phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta remember, a lot of motherfuckers on the internet, that's what the fuck they sitting there doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's a spirit of that shit. Like, motherfuckers want to sit there and talk to invisible motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? The spirit of prostitution. Air sign type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, air signs is fucking whores. You know what I'm saying? So, like, motherfuckers, like, be married and shit, be on the fucking internet, doing social media type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They love their social media more than their own fucking families type shit like this. Like, it's a spirit of prostitution out. So saying, oh yeah, I know the Bible, I know it, yeah, but I'm still gonna study this too. Oh yeah, I know what that is, but I still gonna look over here too. Oh yeah. I'm hip to that, but yeah, I check this out too, and I fuck around over here too. Like there's nothing exclusive. Like you know what I'm saying in these times, there's nothing exclusive. It's always a spirit of prostitution. Everybody's always looking the other way. Everybody got a wandering eye now. Everybody looking. Oh, okay. You know, it's a spirit of prostitution. There's no loyalty. There's a so you know um, Jada Pinkett fucking married. You know what I'm saying? On the fucking internet, red table talk. Airing out her motherfucking husband's dirty laundry. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a for capping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Capping type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, some motherfuckers living like even me. Like, I had PTSD. Motherfucker go through some traumatic shit. Jump on the internet. Got to air it out to get past it. I'm an air sign. I can understand that. Totally understand that. That ain't the same shit I'm talking about. I'm talking about like extra shit. Like young Pharaoh gonna jump on the motherfucking internet, make a video talking about why he just hit his baby mama. That type shit. It's the spirit of prostitution in the air. Like, nigga, hold on. Like, it's like motherfuckers jump on the internet and film themselves, incriminate themselves doing riots and breaking in stores and all that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Lawlessness. Like the Bible talking about lawlessness. Like there's gonna be an increase in lawlessness toward the ends of times and type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, Mercury be on that in these times. Like, so whether it's Gemini or fucking Virgo. So I'm saying, so you got Mars in Virgo, Mars in Mercury. You on some real extra type shit right now. Like, you probably be grabbing the phone in the middle of your argument, trying to tape yourself arguing type shit. Like, you in the back and forth and grab the phone and like be you walk around like a fucking reality show all fucking day type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem in these times. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like a lot of that motherfucking internet beef shit is fucking Mars and Mercury, whether it's Gemini or Virgo, mostly Gemini. Then Mercury, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got to find out about fucking what's the dude name? I can't think of dude name. He got killed because they say he knocked the game out in the mall. The rapper, the game, he got knocked out in the mall. You know what I'm saying? A long time ago, like this back when like the fucking motherfuckers first started capping on the internet. So I'm saying, like, literally like the first motherfucker who got killed on the internet over some internet beef. I can't even think of his name. So, but it was the same dude who knocked out the game in the mall. You know what I'm saying? Jay can put me onto this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know what the fuck. Like, I just found out what this was. This is like the first time motherfuckers ever watched like a beef escalate all the way into a full blown murder on the fucking internet on Twitter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It had something to do with the game, get knocked out in the fucking mall. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mars and Gemini kind of look like that's like motherfuckers like be beefing and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these them times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that Takashi 69 shit, him beefing with fucking Lil Durk and motherfucking Meek Mill. Like, that's some motherfucking Mars and Gemini type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like These them times, if you could capitalize off that shit, you know what I'm saying, get some fucking money. Cause like we definitely live in them motherfucking times though. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's that shit. Oduwa is the father of Yorubas. Yeah, yep. And he's taught to be taught Nimrod. I did not know Oduduwa is Nimrod in some
Daddy,
orchards. What up?
can I get the charger?
What charger?
The charger for the PS5.
Oh, yeah, here. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
Hold it up. Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. But I do know that Nimrod in Greek is um, Orion, the mighty hunter. It's anything like Zulu. Like even certain areas of Zulu, like the hunters. I've seen certain studies that they back to Nimrod. Um, what's his name? Lex. What's his name? Zion Lex. Zion Lex. He got a real good series on Nimrod. He got a lot of good information on Nimrod. So it said he got a lot of good information on Nagas. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good information on Nagas. You know what I'm saying? Check that shit out. Oh, it's a lady too, man. She got a whole series on there. I can't even think of her name. So it's like an Asian, Spanish looking lady. You know what I'm saying? She got like if you look up Nimrod videos on YouTube, like you come across this. I can't think of her name, man, but like it's a Spanish Asian looking woman. You know what I'm saying? She got real good series on Nimrod. So she broke down a lot of shit talking about like metaphysics and bioengineering and shit like this. Like you know what I'm saying? The shit that they doing now, like with the fucking German bioengineering, like with fucking Captain America and like injecting steroids and fucking all that type of shit, like making super soldiers, like all that type of shit. Like they was doing that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? She broke a lot of shit. I was like, damn, shit crazy. What they call it? Also to the damn the anti-human phase. That's some shit too, man. I've been wanting to talk about that. That's some shit y'all want to look at too, man. Anti-human. Like we in the anti-human phase. If that's some shit y'all know yet. Anti-human phase. You know what I'm saying? Anti-human phase of the Luciferian agenda. We have reached the anti-human phase of the Luciferian agenda. So like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is anti-human. Not necessarily, yeah. So it's anti-human, anti-man, anti-establishment, anti. So like to the point where like motherfuckers be like, oh, well, this is getting so bad, we need to kill all the men. You know what I'm saying? Like men have gotten so bad, we need to kill all the men. Like you know what I'm saying? Or like the ozone layer is so fucked up that we need to um, you know uh, kill, wipe out men, like type shit, or like you know what I'm saying, like especially like certain areas like the cancel culture and shit like this, like they like anti-human. They get this supposed motherfuckers anti-human, like you know what I'm saying, like the shit that motherfucking what's the name, Dave Chappelle was talking about in his stand up. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about what's the trans woman that committed suicide. You know what I'm saying? And like then none of the LGBT community didn't stand up. Like the whole point he was making on the closer stand up he made, that shit. That's like the anti-human shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Where like shit kind of contradicts itself in certain areas to the point where like you know what I'm saying, motherfucker get bullied online in this way, and motherfucker don't say shit, but they get bullied online like in this way, like the baby gonna kill itself or some shit like that. Like motherfuckers wanna look at that like the same shit, like it's like anti-human. Like you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers is literally at the point where like they willing to push somebody all the way over the edge just to make a point. You know what I'm saying? So we've reached that point. Like cancel culture is anti-human. You know what I'm saying? But it's not being identified as anti-human. And mind you, the terms I'm just giving you right now is very generic. Because like the more you go look up at the anti-human, that's some shit you need to look in. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of like if you lack the vocabulary when you're dealing with LGBTQ, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. You like that vocabulary, you can get ran the fuck over in these times. Like that's what they're trying to do with Dave Chappelle. But Dave Chappelle, dude, he got a lot of good vocabulary, but he still ain't got all the way vocabulary. Like he don't really have all the vocabulary. Like I'm saying, but he kind of got some of the vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? That's why gender neutral. You gotta get hip to gender neutral. So I'm saying because that's the fast forward button. You know what I'm saying? Gender neutral all the way across the board. Like nah, that shit don't work on me. I'm gender neutral. Fuck out of here. That shit work on me. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers will try to cancel your ass and treat you less human. You know what I'm saying? Just to make themselves appear more human than you. You know what I'm saying? So like this is what's anti-human. So like get used to that word. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't introduced that word in your vocabulary, something you should definitely want to introduce into your vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you dealing with them type of people. You know what I'm saying? That treat you less human. You know what I'm saying? For your opinions, for the shit that you say. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is anti-human 24/7, 365. Just a lot of times people don't know how to call somebody out on being anti-human. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like you say that shit, so like people like anti-human. Like people ain't never even been called anti-human. You know what I'm saying? They don't even realize that they be doing it. It's kind of like when motherfuckers say homophobe. You know what I'm saying? You like you used to use the fag word. You like, oh, you're a fucking fag. Well, you're a fucking homophobe. You like, what the fuck is a homophobe? Like it took fucking 10, 15 years for people to figure out what a homophobe even was, and like the word fag was fucking offensive. Like you know how it took that long for motherfuckers to figure that shit out. It's doing the same shit right now with anti-human phase. Like we've been in the anti-human phase for like the past like 10 years. So I'm saying, but like people just still ain't figured out what it is. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker like the baby is like being treated anti-human. Like you know what I'm saying, or like like you got situations like motherfucking like Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, like you got them type of situations where like um these are obviously criminals, you know what I'm saying, obviously put in jail and shit like this. But, those types of extreme situations help make it easy to push anti-human shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Because like um, they take real extreme scenarios like this and then try to use them as blanket scenarios for like all types of situations. You know what I'm saying? And you be like, Joe, you can't. That ain't what this is. Like you know what I'm saying? It might be the same reason why like, a lot of times like trans, LGBTQ, that type of shit be total. Like they don't even agree on a lot of this. That's not a unified front itself. So a lot of times when people try to present it like it's a unified front, that's fucking bullshit within itself. You be like, Joe, that ain't even what the fuck. Like nigga, they don't even agree with each other. You know what I'm saying? So like certain areas of that shit, don't reach the anti-human phase. Like you know what I'm saying? Where like, you know, um, like turf, like you got motherfucking turf, like fucking lesbians that hate like this shit Dave Chappelle was talking about. Like he said I'm team turf. That's why everybody's trying to cancel him because he said he was turf. Like so he didn't have to say that shit. He could just say he was gender neutral. So I'm saying motherfucker don't have a vocabulary. So I'm saying so like you say shit like that, but he didn't even realize what the fuck he said. You could tell when he tell the joke, he didn't realize what the fuck he said. You see what I'm saying? So like them type of blanket statements when you start using shit like that, you see what I'm saying? You paint yourself into a hole. You won't have the right vocabulary. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure you keep your motherfucking that shit up to date, especially in these motherfucking times. You talking about motherfucking zodiac and shit like this, and you use the wrong word at the wrong motherfucking time. That shit ain't gonna save your motherfucking ass. Like you see what I'm saying? Having the right vocabulary will. You say shit like men, women. Oh, well, men, this is it. Oh, women. This is like, fuck it. It's women. There's men, and it's men. There's women. So like, like you can't say women are stupid or men are fucking trifling and shit like that. No, it's like, what about gay men? You say, what about gay women? Shit like that. They throw the whole shit is like, you can't do that shit no more. You know. So the more keen you are on this shit, the more harder it is to kind of box you into these pigeonholes and shit like this. Men are supposed to like what? But what about gay men? They're still men, aren't they? Oh, well, I'm not talking about that and that type of shit. What the fuck what you trying to say? They're not humans. This is the type of shit motherfuckers do. So I'm saying, so like, just as soon as they try to throw that shit on you, I throw that shit right back on their head. Like you gotta be on it in these times. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know what the fuck shit is and how to address shit for what it is. Cause like motherfuckers will like, what I'm saying? They will cancel your ass quick as hell because it's like it's literally anti-human. You know what I'm saying? When especially you start talking about trans and cutting sexual body organs and all this type of shit, it's like it's literally anti-human. You know what I'm saying? We in that phase. People just don't know what it is. So there's a lot of information out there about anti-human phase. So if you're not hip to it, I highly suggest you get into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers is late on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Mars and Aquarius. That's a hard nut to crack. You know what I'm saying? Mars and Aquarius, 9 times out of 10, the motherfucker gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? But you probably right about the wrong shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell you, like, this motherfucker don't let shit, you gotta let shit play itself out. You know what I'm saying? That's the best advice I give motherfucker Mars and Aquarius. Let shit play itself out. Same shit with Mars and Gemini too. Like, you gotta let shit play itself out. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up and let shit play itself out. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you probably right, you only right for that moment in time. Shit still needs to evolve into what it's gonna come into. What is your thought of Aqua Mercury? Aqua Mercury? Um it's hard to chill with. You know what I'm saying? Probably hard to kick it with. You know what I'm saying? But probably good at like on some professional shit, like you said, like whatever it is, like you got some type of goals or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like probably in these times, like just to hang out and kick it with, that's probably hard motherfucker kick it with. So I'm saying, but like if you got a goal or something you're trying to accomplish, or you need somebody to step up, so I'm saying, to help push a new agenda forward, like that's the perfect motherfucker to do that type of shit. Or explain some new shit. So I'm saying the motherfuckers ain't hip to, like you're saying, and they got to get all of the main points across that need to get across. Like that's the perfect motherfucker to do that type of shit. So, but don't expect to go out with a motherfucker like that and like you don't want to go out and have drinks with a motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like or go to a club with a motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if you write a book, that's the perfect motherfucker to write a book. You know what I'm saying? Well, you ever? I did write a book. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a book. It's on Hood X. It's called Hey Roo Special. I wrote the lit too. You go on Hood X, read the Hood X lit. It's kind of like a book. It's not exactly like a book, but it's kind of like a book. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a book. Read the lit. It's on hoodx.com. All right, I think I'm about to get the fuck up out of here. Y'all. Yeah, you see my Black Lives Matter hoodie too, man. I got a Black Lives Matter hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's got all the names of the people in there. I don't know if I can see that. All the people that got killed by police and shit. It's crazy. You know? So, y'all. Got my little Black Lives Matter. But, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm thinking about to call my weed, man. I ain't got shit to do. Research Arrow Wars. I will look that up. I would definitely look at somebody told me too. I need to look up Dutch Wars or something like that. Somebody said. I'm gonna look that up. Alright, bro. Y'all get the fuck up on my crib. I ain't shit to do. I got blunts to roll. Shit to do. Alright. Sign up for X.com. Like, subscribe, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? You can email me, K-Blao@hotmail.com. You know what I'm saying? You dig. 100.